again, guys. It is us at WeeklyRecs. We're here to talk about Arrow, the show on CW. We've all watched the show, or not its entirety, but we've watched a lot of it, and we got a couple things to say. As you guys already know, Arrow is on the CW. It is a show about the Green Arrow, Oliver Queen, and how he's come to be who he is today. The show follows a similar plot to the Batman Begins storyline. That shares a lot of the same things, but in a good way. I remember hearing about the show coming out, and I personally was not a fan of it. I did not want to see the Smallville take of the Green Arrow character, because I really enjoy his character. I think he's really funny. Right. I didn't want it to be really campy, and I was completely wrong. I ate all my words. The first episode showed me that this was going to be a good season, and I think my two fellows here will agree with me.
Yeah.
You guys think it was good?
Of course, I thought it was good.
First episode, I was sold. You get to see Deathstroke. You get to see him being, Green Arrow, Oliver Queen. You get to see him doing his thing. You get to see like his kind of Batcave thing he's got going on there. He's making that. He's making a name for himself really quickly. He's back off the island. He was on the island at the beginning of the episode. Remember that?
Yeah.
So it's a really good show. Why do you guys think it's good?
On my behalf, I think it's good because it takes away from the Smallville thing to where you have superhumans fighting each other, things like that, and it takes it more on a human level to where you have a human character that has the possibility of death, and you also bring in the human factors. I mean, of course, it's they always want drama in something to move along the story. But the drama in this is interesting because it doesn't start you off with a very lighthearted character that you love, and that becomes harder to love.
He's kind of a dick.
He's straight up a dick the first time you see him. You kind of feel like he was this arrogant playboy beforehand, and then when you meet him again, he's this really hardened man. And through each episode, they do a good job of breaking down more and more into the emotional side of his character, which I really enjoy.
You said something super interesting. You're talking about super villains being in the show, and that's one thing that I can say that I don't mean to contradict you in any sense, but we don't really see super villains in this show. We don't see super anything because one thing that the writers said at the beginning of this show was no superpowers. And when I heard that, I wasn't necessarily a fan of it because, you have people like Count Vertigo and stuff like that have superpowers, but they're gone. And they don't have superpowers, but they bring a really realistic aspect into that. When you meet Count Vertigo in the Arrow season, he's using drugs to give you that effect, that Vertigo effect, and it works really well for the show.
But also in that same aspect, it's not the fact that you're not getting super villains, you're still getting villains, which don't usually have the kind of airtime that other super villains do because of the less powers they have.
Yeah.
Like you've got like you said, Deadshot. And then you got Slade Wilson, who you focus on the entire time on the island, which is amazing.
Deathstroke.
Like those are, that's such a
before
good
he's
character.
Deathstroke, obviously.
Yeah, that's such a good character. And all of those characters are kind of looked over in other aspects
getting the airtime
because
it's
not even just that. I think it's other villains as well as the Green Arrow. Also, he's getting screen time as well because it's not a hero that has all these superpowers. It's not Superman. And I'm not saying Batman has superpowers, but Batman is extremely focused on because he was that human. Exactly.
Because of the name.
Exactly. But also because he's a human that can do extraordinary things.
Exactly.
That's why I think Arrow's amazing, because he's a human that can do extraordinary things.
Right.
Okay.
And it's giving it that light.
Yeah. I really enjoy. I know a lot of the ladies who enjoy the show, like a lot of his training sequences. All the muscles, the abs and stuff.
Every time he gets a chance to take a shirt
Every
off.
time he gets a chance to take a shirt off.
Pretty much.
Which, I mean, I'm not hating on it. It makes me want to hit the gym way harder.
Pretty
than I am,
much.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's good.
Get your sexy back.
Yeah. I want to get my sexy back because there is a character in that show that we've seen in the comics, Felicity Smoke.
Of course.
It's so hot.
Yes. I mean, I don't. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. First
The
time you
hottest
see her,
geek
first time you
ever.
see her, you're like, do geeks that? Are
Emily
Ever?
Richards.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
If you ever happen to watch this video,
We love you.
I'm Crimson Chris.
The B-Man is over here.
Yeah, right. Anyway, but that's beside the point. I really enjoy one thing about this show, about the first season, that is, he kills people.
Yeah.
I know.
He
I
kills
love
people.
that aspect. It's really good. I mean, it's something that Batman never does, period. And that's something that really stabilized him as one of those unique superheroes.
Yeah. We've talked about things that we like. don't get me wrong. This show is not without its flaws.
Exactly.
One of my
course.
favorite characters in the DC universe is the Huntress. She is introduced in this show, and
Not-
her story has changed. She's
not
not. She doesn't
good.
feel like the
Yeah.
Huntress.
No, she
doesn't
doesn't.
feel like
I didn't
that.
even think she was the Huntress. I thought
Yeah, I
she was
thought
just
they-
some
yep.
chick who knew how to fight like Arrow.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was it.
That's the problem. And it's problems like that we see again and again and again. Like one huge problem that I know a lot of people have, like Green Arrow, and I should have because I also like Green Arrow. But if you read the Green Arrow stuff that's happening right now, he doesn't have his goatee. He doesn't have his goatee in the show. But that's okay. I don't like his face paint too much. I want him to have that Dynamo mask because I love it. But I mean, we're actually running short on time. If you have not seen the show, it is on Netflix.
Yeah,
it is
definitely
available on
check it
DVD
out.
and Blu-ray.
Check it out.
Box
Check it
set.
out.
You should check it out. Season 2 is in now.
It's
We're on like
already going.
episode 4 or 5. Watch
Hulu.
it.
Hulu.
Hulu.
catches
We are
you up.
live at Comic City 2. Thank you guys for watching. We're Weekly Recs. Have a good night.
Later.